is the
Let's see. Let's try to see some kind of similarities here because Franco band I think is more towards respect. The Uranus band, it looks like they want to make sure that their EXP is winning, or at least they're not gonna get like their minions getting heavily what you call it, proxied. So now Claude first pick and then
Wow.
instantly very fast response. Kaja and Frederick and even faster response
Mhm.
picking out the Eve.
Still have Joy if Evos Icon won to pick.
I
Joy is a good
mean,
hero against Eve and Cloud.
you're right, right. I mean, they have the Kaja already, so they can bank in on that Joy. But there you go. Kufra, one of the signatures of Light himself. One of the heroes that Light won MSC 2022, right? That Kufra with Farsa will switch sides.
I think it was Icon thinking about like they are banning our Farsia on the first game before. That's why they didn't want to make like a last decision for the mid lane like Kagura again. That's why they pick Farsia even though the Terizla is free, Joy is free, they didn't care about it.
You know what? This draft already reminds me like a few patches ago. It's been such a long time we've seen Eve going up against Farsa,
True,
right?
true.
It's always Valentina.
Pre-Valentina.
Right, yeah. So this brings back some memories, man.
And usually if Eve against Farsia in one game, the game duration is above 50 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Let's see, let's see.
Uh-huh.
Let's see, right? Will it go above 15 or will it be short? But there you go. As you mentioned, the Terizla will be banned out here. Very good ban. Again, very strong hero, even though the Terizla can be picked up by their side. But it seems like they do not care. So, what will RSGSG go for though? To ban.
Another jungler for Sutsujin, maybe? If they want to ban the Ling. Because a Ling can be a nightmare for Eve and Cloud too.
You know what? Banning out the assassin, yeah, you're right. Should make sense here, right? To ban Ling. Will they ban out the Martis though? This is a question later on.
That's a good idea to banning the Martis because Martis can just in and out easily, especially when Martis get the snowballing moments. He can just use in the decimate everywhere, anytime that he wants.
Yeah, exactly. Especially they have committed on towards that Kufra, right? Which is a very hard counter here if they do pick up the Martis Force out of Evos Icon. So, yeah, Martis ban can come through here, but there you go. The Charizard, they're still taking their time here. What will they ban?
Yeah, because there's a lot to consider. Because again, looking at previous matches, Demon Kite has a lot of options, but as you guys were talking about it, Martis banned, Ling has been banned. Now really thinking about it, should they try to ban something out from Doma? Because again, so far this guy has been amazing.
You know, with Kufra and two crispy hero like Cloud and Eve, I'm thinking about what if it was I can use Halkart.
Oh, that actually might be pretty good. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't mind that at all.
Halkart is very good.
Honestly,
instantly kill.
Yeah, like Dark Knight Fall, you won't see the Kaja coming. That's very dangerous. Yeah.
So it's a surprise for the enemies, and them banning carry.
But if they want, they kind of have to take it now.
Yeah. If not, it will be useless.
No, because RSG could potentially pick it up as well, right? Yeah.
True. But with the carry ban, right? Somehow I have a hunch that they might pick up the Masha here because it's a tanky hero. It will be melted by carry, so Masha might come through. I'm not quite sure here from the play by Nats.
So it's a Fredrin jungle then.
Veteran jungle.
Okay.
Why do they ban the carry? Why do they ban carry? It's a good head-to-head going up against a Claude, sure. But what else?
A very tanky EXP laner that doesn't want to die that fast. Like
Glue?
Masha?
Masha, yeah. Glue can be too, because Glue can easily aim for Farsia.
Oh, the Arlet though. Okay, just not Arlet. And the this is why.
This is the answer. This is the answer.
Okay, makes sense.
That
That's
makes
why.
sense, yeah.
That's why they want to ban Baksha, of course. So there you go. 3 tanky units from Salvar RSG.
Yeah,
Well,
so right now the final pick
for the gold lane. Lastly seems good, but it's scaling heroes, but against
It didn't
three
do well
tank
in the
hero.
previous game, yeah.
It didn't do well because they have two scaling hero, but now they have Farsia.
Okay, yeah.
I think it can works, but needs to be careful about Eve. The reward manipulation.
What do you got?
Oh, Beatrix.
Beatrix.
That's good too.
Okay.
Yeah, a very strong ultra late game hero. Kind of feel like this will be a very intense game, definitely. So, gonna pass it over instantly to Mirko as well as Reptar.
Intensity, tension, running out of adjectives here. It's going to be a good one. Game number 3, RSG versus Evos Icon. A Baksha pick coming out from RSG. It's not expected, but yeah, the game plan is clear for RSG. We got to buy time. It's a Claude and an Eve in their lineup. Meanwhile, honestly, I saw that Lapu Lapu pick up by Evos Icon, and I'm starting to get a little bit worried here.
Let's see what happens here. Again, it comes down to Evos Icon relying on their playmaking and their team fighting. Meanwhile, for RGPH, it's still very objective based, I would say, with the Baksha especially now. They're looking for those rotations to go for these cheeky little pickoffs to set up for these objective takes. So still, kind of the same story. RGPH, objective, suffocation, no chaos, controlled. Meanwhile, Evos is like, fight.
Fight back, claw back, roar back at the Raiders. Like if the objective, I like that. Can you do that one more time?
Roar.
Roar. There you go. For the objective is objectives for RCPH. Meanwhile, the trick is to go for the picks for Evos Icon. Let's see who's gonna do it. Even though a part of me here is, of course, Filipino in me, is a little bit worried for RGPH. There's something about the drafts that I feel like will just really be determined more about who can take their condition, especially at around the transition portion of the game. Not in the laning phase, but in the transition phase of going from the early to the mid game. By the third turtle, by the first lord, at around that time. Whoever makes the crucial decision to either go for full commit, maybe to go for just split, to sacrifice, then maybe go for the lord, that's where it's gonna be at. Welcome to game number 3. Could it be another set of trilogies for this, well, trilogy of a match so far by RCPH and Evos Icon?
All right, in the land of dawn we go. Looking at it, Sister Jin now with a quantum charge. Okay, this time, Fredrin. If you go lethal ignition on Fredrin, then we question you, okay?
Yeah.
Everything lethal ignition, but quantum charge, cool. All right, this is something that we have seen a lot from Fredrin jungles now, actually. So, very interesting to see just the shift in what's prio in the different heroes that we've already been seeing for a lot of the matches already.
Yeah. And you can see here actually for RCPH, especially Demon Kite, he decided to rush already the tough boots, knowing that it is a strong pick lineup by Evos Icon. Let's see if they can punch Susujin for going in. And also Susujin able to dash away from the shield unity of the Baksha just in time.
That burn is really good though. I mean, Sister Jin already burnt out a flicker from Aqua early on. 20 seconds for the turtle. He won't have that for the next fight. Doma though. Light's beautiful. Tyrant's Revenge locking him up. No one to follow it up though.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Light burning his flicker. Now Krite looking for some damage. Good taunt over the Demon Kite. Not enough damage to take him down. Tortoise Poisson's doing work. Come on. Takes away the cannon minion.
All right, so no losses there by RSGPH, but that has to be something. Oh, they can afford Veldora!
Solo kill. Oh, first blood by Veldora. Traded in by Aqua.
XP for XP. Aqua was right there at the right time. See if he can get, yeah, he will be getting a little bit of gold from the energy shields from the bottom turret. Susu just taking down this Lord quick. Demon Kite and Krite. Let's see if they can stop Demon Kite from stealing this away.
Drive-by coming down. Light, oh my goodness! Beautifully played by RSGPH. Ivan with a flicker out. RSGPH with a good win.
From Grove Street with Lava, drive-by from Demon Kite. Stuns landing right on time just so that they can make sure they'll secure the first turtle of the game. So RGPH are slowly taking those conditions. They still have to watch out for Evos Icon. It's still a very close game early on.
Beautiful trades. And it's still kind of the same. Evos Icon were trying to force a fight there around the turtle. RGPH, they just used the abilities, the resources to go for the turtle, and they backed away instantly, understanding, hey, we're 3 flickers down. Our Arla just got solo killed. I think it's not the best spot to look for a fight.
Yeah, it's good to see that these two teams are playing with a lot of caution, but you see them trying to make the initiative. Here comes Light.
Beautiful Tyrant's Revenge into the shield unity. Krite now flying by. Renders apathy from the back. Divine Judgment pulling life back into the Appraiser's Wrath. Now Jin going to be gunned down with the Blazing Duet and even the Flicker forward from Iman. Forcing Cried out. Ivan falls in the real world manipulation. Demon Kai with a good shield leading on to Doma. And this should be Doma falling as well. Oh, he's dodging away. My goodness, Doma. Not from that one, though. It's a triple by Aqua.
Hot start for the mid laner. Demon Kite's gonna get slashed on by Veldora. Evos Icon countering back, biting back as RSGPH are slowly ramping up the pace in this game number 3.
I gotta be honest with you, man. Every time I see Aqua on a Yve, I just think MSC 2022.
It just brings you back, right?
That Aqua
Flashback.
play. Oh.
That Aqua play. Perfect timing from real world manipulation. Dancing around, making the most of the damage you can deal, the little bit of movement speed you can get. Let's see. RSGPH have the control yet again. This forces Evos Icon to position themselves a little bit more back now. But Veldora, as the EXP laner, yeah, the pressure's going to be on him to go for the dives and give the info.
Veldora, oh, good positioning. Nats doesn't read
Do
it
they
out
know?
just yet. He finally finds him. Good dash forward now with a Vengeance. A good stun, resets, winning on the trade. Oh, even the final slash committed down. Veldora taken very low.
No final slash here for RSGPH. Evos Icon know that. Aqua really looking for good positioning. Here comes Light.
Tyrant's Revenge coming down. Good Divine Judgment locking him down. Rouse Krite pops in for the airstrike, but Demon Kai cancels it out. Meanwhile, Veldora forced to use the Raven Spider on the stun, but he gets taken out by Nats on that Vengeance. RSGPH 1.4K gold lead.
Incredibly calculated by RSGPH. They split up their own team fight really well. Demon Kai committed for the stun onto Krite so that they can cancel out the feathered airstrike as quickly as possible. Of course, Aqua was watching his positioning, but the important thing was Nats wasn't diving alongside RGPH. He was helping peel for Aqua.
Shield Unity into a Tyrant's Revenge. Into Aqua. 5-0 and 1.
Yeah, that's an amazing start. That is the start all Eve mates want to do. Shout out to Arashi. I think I saw him playing Eve earlier. Is that his main hero?
Yeah, that is his main hero.
That is his main hero.
That's his only hero.
I see. Now RCPH will be playing with a conceal here, getting a bit of info. They know where Susujin is, and let's see Evos Icon. Yeah, they're going to be committing bodies up top. They don't want to give up that tower just yet, but it's going to be Eman with a nice rotation to the mid. It's going to be Switch. He's going to be covering and getting gold from the mid lane, which will force a rotation by Evos Icon to cover their mid this time.
All right, gotta be honest with you. As a Beatrix player, as a gold laner, if I'm up against a Yve who's already 5-0 in the 6th minute of the game, oh, it's not going to be a good time at all. I mean, we do have a Farsa on Evos Icon's side, but still, this Yve is much more annoying, in my opinion, if it gets ahead because of the slows. Ice Queen Wand, there you go. I said it already. First item built up, no talisman needed here. Oh, Divine Judgment coming down. The Render's Apathy doesn't connect, and Light gets out because of it. And Mon with the Blazing Duet, just forcing Krite back. Unfortunate. Doma wasn't able to connect on that snipe.
Okay, RSG are still going to be committing here, but there's 3 members of Evos Icon. Is Light going to go in? Oh!
Doma flickers out. Wow! What an outplay by Doma, flickering out of the Revenge and the real world manipulation.
Oh man,
wow.
It's like that meme from the Umbrella Academy where the 2 siblings were just driving past each other and they looked at each other through the mirror of the driver's seat. That's exactly what it felt like. Seeing Doma flickering away from the Tyrant's Revenge of Light. If that landed by Light, Doma would be gone. But Doma, what a play. And look at Nats and Veldora smacking at each other here at the bottom.
Oh, Nats' mana is running low. Veldora doesn't have the Brave or the bravest fighter just yet. Turtle up top spawning. Veldora should be first onto it here in the XP division. Arlet force back, rotating as well there.
All right, he's going to be able to heal. Veldora won't be a tip-top shape, but just throws it up. Ivan, let's see if he can find a Divine Judgment. RGPH, they're dancing around it. Veldora in the back. Good sandwich play by Evos.
Good Tyrant's Revenge, canceling on the Bravest Fighter. Monster kill from Akko, final slash. Used up already. It's Demon Kite still on top of everything else to collapse with a real world manipulation onto Doma. So Jin finds a massive Appraiser's Wrath, but Nats picks him up. Double kill, 3 for 0. Oh, Doma!
Doma gets the last laugh. What a response there by the marksman of Evos Icon, but this is still RSGPH's win. Bro, this Eve just flicker forwarded into 3 members of Evos Icon to maximize the real world manipulation.
That's Aqua.
That's Aqua.
That's Eve Aqua. That's Yakwa.
Yeah,
Yakwa?
Yakwa. I would never do that. I would flicker and then my teammates will flame me because I messed up my real world manipulation. What a
Oh.
play. What a commitment by RSGPH.
It's the communication, the coordination of the two. That's really impressive. Of all the 5 members actually from RSGPH holding in this gold lead. Now let's take a look at the items. Man, Claude 1.3k ahead. DHS into a golden staff. Corrosion scythe. Not next. Winter nature.
Might be an unpopular opinion, but I like that Demon Cat actually rushed the Athena shield here, considering that the biggest threat in his eyes right now is this Farsa, considering that Krite will just maximize his range and using the feathered airstrikes during objective takes to just whittle down Demon Cat as much as he can. It's a good call to build up that item to help up with the damage of the Farsa. Now, next sequence, both teams will be playing around the Lord as Evos Icon will push this up top. They're going to try to balance it out, but then they're going to be losing an inner turret. There is a minion wave coming in for RSGPH down the bottom lane. To see if Evos will be able to equalize here. They still have a cannon with them, and the shieldings are gone. So yeah, it's a turret swap all across, but Nats is going to get spotted out here, and Nats gets the info to RSG.
Info. It's already informed over to the rest of the RSG members. Seems like there's a bit of a trade in which side they're taking. Evos Icon putting all their members up top. RSGPH prioritizing the Lord side. With the bottom lane pushed up, this should actually still favor RSGPH. They've already started it, but they decide not to commit.
Yeah, despite the golden items, it looks relatively equal here. But the thing is, the mid tower is gone from Evos Icon as well, so that's another thing they'll have to constantly manage. Eman will probably look to positioning himself somewhat closer to the mid as well every time the minions are coming in, so that he can just threaten to what could be a quote-unquote split push to get a tower, because RGPH can always reset and just push instead. Oh, Nats used Final Slash. That's a big one gone.
Yeah, big
Render's
resource.
apathy also used here by Doma.
Alright. I have a question, Renmar.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know Eman's full name?
Okay, I think you might know it. What is it?
It might be Eman Bond 007.
I like it. Emma Bond, 007, the only one in RSGPH with a license to kill.
Ooh, I like that one as well. Glowing Wand, though, built up by Aqua. Light always just charging. It's charging. Ivan! Flickering forward now into the Bandit's Rage! Shut down, picked up by Beldora. They fall in the real world. But Blink to the Aqua. Flickers down Light! Finds a 3-man, but in the back, Beldora gets a double. Now Doma flickering out the safety. Light taken very low. The stun coming in. It's a triple for Beldora in the midst of the team fight. Eman versus Doma. The gun's coming down!
Bang!
Eman has won it. Meanwhile, who got the Lord?
Who got the Lord? It was Evos Icon. It was Evos Icon. They got the Lord Sutsujin and Veldora against Demon Kite. They were able to take the Lord right from under the nose of RSGPH. Emma just needed to equalize, drawing attention. But Demon Kite, 2 versus 1, it's going to be difficult to retry that. What a play by Evos, again with a sudden turnaround.
How do they win that team fight? They were 5,000 gold behind. Evos Icon are ruthless. They will take any fight. Don't tell me the odds.
Don't tell them the odds. We saw the awakening of RSG. RSG awakened early on. Now, welcome to the second chapter. The last icon. Can they? Will they end it here? Make the most out of the lead. They're starting to build and control the game from here on out. No towers will be destroyed. RSG, though, will lose the mid. Equalized. Balanced. One play from out of nowhere. RSGPH got their narrative subverted by Evos Icon.
All right. Both teams are slowing it down. Taking their time
Oh,
until
not anymore!
Light. Just to revenge their Demon Kite. Now gunned down. The Divine Judgment brings him back. But look at Nats in the back. Still going to be kited over. Now Beldora! With the bravest fighter jumps in. But now they're all quad. Aqua Aqua with a real world manipulation just pulls them back. 2 for 1. Nats coming back. Final slash coming down. Veldora with the flick coming on. In the back. Follows through the side laners of RSG.
Snipe!
Doma versus the world. Aqua with a flicker forward. Doma with a dash forward.
Oh!
RSG have wiped Evos out.
Icon are out! A wipeout from out of nowhere! A fight when we least expected it! Trigger's been pulled on both ends, and RSGPH wins the standoff! Eman and Aqua, this Eve, this Claude, they're the hope of RSGPH, and with this massive push, breaking the inhibitor in mid, just like that, the turns have tabled yet again!
Wow! What a series! What a game! If we were expecting a climactic end, we've got it! The expectations be darned! Reality has surpassed expectations at this point, and it's only been 14 minutes.
It's like I'm watching a movie, but I'm getting paid to watch it. RSGPH. Now,
Wait,
have
you're
a
getting
controller. Oh, you're getting? Oh, you're not? Oh,
I am. Donnie isn't, I think.
Yeah, I think Gani's not getting paid. He was shocked in the panel yesterday. Yes, we are getting paid, Gani. RSGPH. Rushing this Lord. Evos Icon, Susujin. Can he be the guy? Said he's gonna, looks like he's gonna bide his time.
Let's
Oh,
see.
oh, he's close.
Aqua takes
wow.
it, final slash, brings him back. Oh, he finds him on in the midst of the team fight. No, Veldora, he wants to capitalize. Nat stunned up, no final slash. Ivan slowing him down.
No flicker, 4 seconds.
3 slashes and more. Nat still able to escape. Light just holding it down. Can RSGPH pace it down, take the tempo slower?
How? How did Ivan thread the needle so well to sow a ray of hope for Evos Icon taking out Eman? What could have been a devastating Lord push turned into nothing. Balance served yet again. And it is a stalemate 15 minutes in.
Wow. Another crazy fight. Crazy objective take, but responded with a crazy pick-off. Ivan. Again, like you mentioned, threading the needle. Now wait, Demon Kite's walking up. Doma still secures the orange buff. Purple buff up in 3 seconds. It's all about now these buffs. Who wants to take it if there's going to be an invade here? But RSGPH, they built up a pretty good wave. I think they should be able to take a turret down.
Big wave, big push, big numbers. RSGPH, what else can they get out of this? Looks like they're just going to be focusing on getting that second one. Don't think they'll be forcing the issue for any more damage, any more fights. They're just taking purple buffs here now. Resources away from Evos Icon. RSGPH Light, just a forward positioning, getting information for RSGPH. So this will be the story of the game as it goes on now. Just now going to be about managing the minion wave, setting yourself up for the Lord fight as best as possible. Check out Doma's item, just built up a Haas clause. So RSGPH need to pay respect to this Beatrix. They need to commit resources to taking down this Beatrix. Doma, who has risen as a star for Evos Icon, needs to be looked at by RSG.
Still stays the same though, just like in MSC 2022. It's Eman and Aqua. So it's a Jin going to be engaged on. But the airstrike coming down, Ivan flickering forward, Divine Judgment, locking Nats down. He still has the Immortality, still able to flicker out with the Abrasive Wrath. Finds him in the back. Immortality, pop! Right! Cancelled out, gets gunned down before he can even use the Rage. Krite finds the kill, so Jin dashing forward. Iman takes his Immortality out.
Light falls. Interrupted was his ultimate. But Eman taking an Immortality away from Sutsujin means that Evos Icon will think twice about how they want to engage this Lord. Spawning in 20 seconds, Sea Halberd built up by Eman.
Eman's always been a master of itemization, but the Sea Halberd here for Sutsujin, I believe, and Veldora. These two frontliners need a response. There should be an answer, and there you go. Eman has bought the answer.
He needed that extra damage just to help melt down the two tanky frontliners of Evos Icon. Remember, Sutsujin does not have. Oh, but that's going to be Ivan with a pull.
Oh, everything used up. Demon Kite, Iman on the back line. Even the final slash committed down. Demon Kite still running for the hills as Nats jumps back on the Sutsujin. Aqua takes him out. Veldora in the midst. 1v4. Aqua with a double kill. Super Zero for RSG for the Raiders.
Oh, Demon Kite
Oh.
sidestepping a snipe could have been deadly. Krite, not gonna try to get close. He doesn't have his Feathered Airstrike. Doma still lives. It was unfortunate. Nats's final slash took Doma out of the blazing duet of Eman. So the gold laner still lives. The star of Evos Icon still lives, but RSGPH, they have the man advantage.
Doma still kiting in the back. Ivan losing his immortality. Eman taking a lot of damage. Snipe coming down onto Aqua only. Free Lord for RSG.
Evos Icon caught RSG by surprise. They pulled Demon Kite, popped his immortality, but couldn't finish the job. And now RSGPH have turned it around. A star performance by Aqua. 11, 1, and 6. Eman, 5, 1, and 3. The two main damage dealers of RSGPH say we wanna end it here. The rise of the Raiders. Will this be?
2.4K gold lead. 3 waves coming crashing down at once. Nats moving forward, zone in the back. Feather Airstrike coming out. Light with the Time's Revenge. Forcing Raven Spider. Veldora unable to find anyone on that stun. Mid lane cleared out. Doma
Demon Kite low.
still able to escape. Ivan
stunned.
stunned up. Unable to find a Divine Judgment, but still, the Tigers have defended.
Not over yet, says Evos Icon. A clutch stun there by Nats, stopping Ivan. I think Ivan would have found a way to take out Demon Kite. He was that low. Check out the items here. Full defensive for the Sarlot. Still on the way to the Hunter Strike. Has the Blade Armor. So the dives he's been doing onto the backline, onto Doma. Doma's been very calculated with when he's going to start basic attacking and start free hitting Nats. He's watching out for his health as he's going. But of course, him having that Haas Claws helping keep him alive. Full item buildups for both marksmen. Both of them still have their Wind of Natures. Roamers, on the other hand, still an anti-Karas on the way for Ivan. Meanwhile, RSGPH do not have a single anti-Karas.
It all comes down to just the juggle, I think, at this point. Wow, so it's Jin able to steal it away from Eman. Damage leaderboard, take a look at it. Doma on top. Even though when it comes to gold, Eman's still leading by quite a bit. But I think in the 20th minute mark, it's safe to say that the gold lead is useless.
Yeah. It's all about the little things now. The item adjustments, as you mentioned, the timings, the dash, the positioning. Like world-class MLBB from these two teams. Closing out their last days here in the group stage. Snapdragon Pro Series. 34 seconds until this Lord spawns. We've been treated to an absolute blast. If you've been here with us since game number 1, thank you for tuning in and staying for this absolute treat of a game. Cinematic. Like a movie. The Lord creeping in. Both teams jockeying for position.
We have a fun fact while we're waiting for this Lord, though.
What is
The
it?
Red Giants have beaten RSG SG, so there's even a slimmer chance now, or maybe even it's impossible for Evos Icon to make it to the next stage with that victory. But they're still fighting for dear life for this chance.
Chance is all you need sometimes. Light goes in.
Jin taken out already. Ivan with the flicker forward, instantly cancel with the final slash, and they all fall again. Nats brings him into the real web of Blade as Aman goes forward. Oh, he's so light! Knocks Doma up, still able to flicker out. Now cutting down, kiting away. Veldora, the frontliner, Light losing his immortality. Ivan waiting for him in the midst. Veldora very low. Immortality still there. Final slash flicker, not connecting. One to the back. Aman loses his immortality with a good snipe from Doma.
Jin falls. RSGPH will take this Lord. The micro mechanics showcased by these two teams. You thought RSGPH was run all over Evos Icon. No, they're back. They're back. But they don't have their jungler. They don't have a chance here. So they'll have to weather the raid. Or what could be the final raid as well. The final push for RSGPH.
Evolved Lord this time around, 22 minutes in. Evos Icon using the waves. Just, again, I think they're stopping it. They're stopping it here. Do they want to? No, they don't want to stop it. I was expecting them to hold it there so that the waves can't come crashing down together, but they instead just pushed it over. And RGPH now can dictate how this goes.
From the Raiders awakened to the last icon. Is this really the rise of the Raiders? Can they end it here? What has been an absolute masterpiece of a game, a masterpiece of a series, could boil down to one final push.
Good micromanagement, down to 19,000, 17,000 HP. Still looking for an opening. But the airstrike already committed now with the final flash, bringing him back into the real world inflation. Veldora pops in Raven's Spider, but Susujin loses his life. A good divine judgment brings the Kite back.
They can't end it.
1-1.
It's no junglers. -1 front line for both teams. Who's gonna stand out on top? Doma's still alive. Light misses.
Oh my goodness, Light falls. He gets punished for that. Kite looking for a play. Iman still with the Athena shield, able to escape. Aqua for the airstrike once again. Aqua loses immortality. Veldora comes in. Good winner. He buys it in time, but Doma is waiting for another flicker. Doma looking for one last shot, but Iman gets out with a flicker and the battle mirror image.
It's not over yet. A miscalculation by RSGPH. A great defense by Evos Icon means that 3 members of RSGPH falls and that Evos Icon have a chance to open up the map. 37 seconds and counting for Aqua to fall. You saw the setup of the real world manipulation, but Doma and Kripe, the 2 aces, the X factors of Evos Icon, staying alive just in time. Light missing out on Kripe, was able to flicker away just in time. And in the bottom left hand of your screen, you see there, Evos have opened up the map even more, destroying an inhibitor turret in the mid lane of RSGPH.
At this point, you have to ask, what is Doma on? This prodigy.
Why can't we take him down? Why can't we find him when we want to find him? How does he still stay alive? How does he pop off in the times when Evos Icon need him the most? Him and Krite, they are the hope of Evos Icon to turn this around. Will this be a repeat of history of the trend of game number 2? Because Icon, they're clawing, they're roaring, and they're fighting with all they've got left in the tank.
No flicker for Nats.
Massive. Close to 100 seconds. We know how big a flicker is for an R-Lot. Not just as an engage tool, but as an escape tool. A way to readjust your positioning in a team fight. At this point, if Nats wants to fight, he will go all in and he stays there. Whether or not he lives is up to whether or not RSGPH will be able to take down the members of Evos Icon before they take him down. Already Divine Judgment used up by Ivan.
Then it's Rage as well. Now for the airstrike coming down. Nats forced to go in. Appraiser's Wrath. Used up by Susujin Light! Into back, he finds Ivan! With Aqua! But Doma survives! How? How did he do it?
Doma again! Light! With a massive setup! Reminding us why he is an MPL and MSC champion, yet somehow Doma stays alive. Flicker just in time. RSGPH are clawing and scratching their heads. Why can't we take him down? Why won't they go down? But no one is letting up in this Lord. They continue to fight. We're getting close to 27 minutes in.
Doma is changing the fate of Evos Icon. From the mid to the late game, Veldora, Bravest Spider, onto the front, good stun, onto Light, Demon Kite, Shield Unity used up. Doma trying to zone him down. They're taking the Lord as slow as they can, but look at the base. The mini waves are crashing down. Now Doma's stunned up by Light and Demon Kite in the midst of it all. He's still going to be able to life steal, but not for long. It's a shutdown and Demon Kite will take any last remaining hope that was in Evos Icon. Susujin falls one by one. The Tigers crumble.
As the Tigers crumble, here come the Raiders, rising from a scary situation, a potential turnaround. Veldora holding his ground, but it looks like he will be able to get taken out by RSGPH. 2 members left, RSG. It's their time. It's their push. Is it finally their series?
Their tournament lives on the line. Ivan in the front line in the back. Into a final slash. And it truly is the final slash. RSGPH win 2-1.
The smiling demon, able to orchestrate